On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah man, my viewers and subscribers, what gone. A blessed and wonderful Thursday evening to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now my peeps, I have for you the much awaited and anticipated interview with this female presently on your screen, identified by our social media moniker, known as Vix Queen Kim. Yeah man. One of the most sought after Jamaicans right now, as she is labeled as a scammer and a person who has been running what I would call a Ponzi scheme for a mighty long time. Now she's here to refute the claims that she's a scammer or the owner of a Ponzi scheme, and basically trying to set the record straight and clear the air. But of course, you don't know On The Spot News Media. We ask some really tough questions, and I've gotten some jaw-dropping and eye-opening answers. One of which that you need to stay tuned and listen for. She openly admitted that she used funds belonging to persons who have entrusted their monies in her for trading. She clearly stated that she used some of those funds to buy a Mercedes Benz for a man that she says got her all caught up in a romance scam. Yeah man. So anyway, my peeps, listen. Okay, so for the record, state your name, or if you don't wish to state your name, you can state what you are known as on the internet or by some of your quote-unquote customers.
Okay, so hi, so I'm stated as Vix Queen Kim.
So I see where you have become one of Jamaica's most sought after alleged scammer or Ponzi scheme runner. What do you have to say as it relates to the allegations being preferred against you by many Jamaicans, yard and abroad?
Pardon?
What do you have to say about the allegations being preferred against you by many Jamaicans, yard and abroad?
Alright, so I don't like the word scammer or Ponzi scheme because that's not how it was portrayed at first. I've been trading for the last 4 years. So it's something that I've been doing full time for myself up until before I started the account management, right? How it started is that I was trading personally for myself. It's something that people used to ask me to do long before I started account management, and I used to tell them, no, I don't want to manage people's money because of the outcome that it would bring. So when I was in Jamaica during the summer, somebody said to me, why don't I do it for those 30 persons that's in the group? And I said, okay, I might consider it, and then see how it goes from there with the small amount of persons that I had in the group at the time, right? So this was back in June. I started out with $200 at the time, and it was probably about 20 or 30 persons that was in the group at the time that I was teaching. I then said to everybody in the group, I would start it out with a monthly and then see how it goes from there. right? Now, when I left Jamaica, the bank account I had at the time was still limited to 100,000. So I wasn't expecting that for me to make the payout, it was going to be a problem, right? So when I went back to the UK, I said to everybody, okay, what I might do is take on a few more persons, but I'm not going to go overboard. But when I went back to the UK, I only had accepted probably about 30 persons from outside before everybody on social media started knowing about it, right? So I started with those persons, and then at the first, say let's say in July, I said to everybody, okay, I'm going to try the bi-weekly and see how it is. But when I saw that I couldn't make more than the 100,000 payout, I said, okay, I'm going to change it from the bi-weekly to the monthly, right? Until when I come back to Jamaica and get it sorted out. That's where everything started to turn upside down. And then I said, okay, since I'm going to be coming to Jamaica to get it sorted, right, what I might do is accept a few more persons and then stop it right there, right? So when I didn't get to stop it, that's when King Donia and some other influencers on TikTok start promoting it, right? Now, I did not go on these people's platform to promote it. It was persons that I was shooting for on TikTok was introducing me to other persons. And then from there, that's when everything got out of control. More people start to come on, and then it was out of my hand basically until I basically stop taking on persons.
Okay, so
that's one part of it for now.
all right, so let me ask you some questions. Given the fact that you said that you had all these monies in a personal account, so basically you're telling me that at the inset, from the beginning of you doing this, you did not register a business.
Hold on, you're breaking up.
Are you hearing me clearly?
Hello?
Are you hearing me clearly?
Yeah, you're breaking up a little bit. Let me try and go somewhere.
Are you hearing me better now?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you quite clearly.
Okay, yeah.
So my question is, it would seem as if from the inset you did not establish a legitimate business from what you were doing as a trader on behalf of other persons. So you did not have a registered business, hence the reason why everything was going through your personal account, right?
All right. No, so I did have a registered business in the UK, but I wanted to have one in Jamaica because based on the broker that I was using, we're not allowed to use them in the UK. So I didn't have one registered for the VIX in Jamaica. So that's why when I was doing it at the time, I was only doing it privately for only a few customers that was inside of my group. So I didn't make it out known to say, okay, I'm going to register a whole business during the summer. So I was only doing it for only those persons at the time.
So for those persons that you were doing it for, were you operating a registered business? That is what I'm asking. Regardless of how many persons you were doing it for, privately or publicly.
So no, I didn't register my business yet.
Then that simply means that whatsoever it is that you're doing is not legitimate if it is not a registered business.
Okay.
No, I'm asking you.
No, all right. So where I said I was doing it personally for those persons at the time, no, I didn't register it underneath the VIX that I was doing at the time. I'd only registered it. I already had my registered company house on the UK website already, but that was based in the UK, right? But for the trading, no, I didn't have anything registered at the time.
So basically you were running a hustle then? Or if you wish to find a prettier word for it, fine.
I wouldn't say it was a hustle. I was just trading person's money with my money at the time, to say.
So it was a hustle?
Pardon?
So that means it was a hustle. It was not registered. It was not legitimate. So it was a hustle. Or
No,
if
it
you wish
wasn't
to find a
registered at the
prettier
time.
name
No.
for it, fine. But it is what it is. So now,
Yeah.
the persons that have reached out to me, and some have already made reports to international and of course local Jamaican authorities about their monies. How the part right there go?
Yeah. Pardon? Can you repeat that for me?
I'm saying for the persons who have not yet received their monies back, they have not been refunded.
Yeah.
Some persons have made reports to local and international authorities. How the part there
Yeah.
it a go as it relates to returning those funds to those persons.
Okay. So, like I said, when everybody started asking for their funds, right? It was a case where, and I did send you the screenshot of what was happening before all of this, right? So when I came to Jamaica the end of August, it was to come down here to sort out the COJ, the business certificate. When I came down here, it took a while for me to get that sorted until when it was approved on the 12th of September, right? Now, little bit before it got approved, right, everything was still going smoothly. Everybody was getting not everybody, but most persons were either getting their payout or their break even at the time. Up until when Christopher Campbell put out that statement to say that he knows illegal and legal things about my business, which it didn't have nothing to do with what I was doing. Right? So I just put that up to drive fear in people. Right? Now, up until that time, or up to now, right, my bank limit was still up to 100,000. I went to the bank and I got it lifted. Right? So they gave me a little bit more limit on the account where I could pay up more persons or where I could refund more persons. Right? So where the money was coming in and out of the account, they freeze my account, right? And this was the first week of November. So I was paying out or with a refund back to persons up until the first week of November, right? I went to the bank. They said to me that somebody from out the group reported the account to them. Well, they reported a refund, and that's why they froze the account. So I was still paying out persons. I was still a refunding person up to that time. So it's not a case where I was holding on to persons' money and not giving it to them.
Okay, so let me ask another question. Because you said that this was not a scam, nor was it a Ponzi scheme, right? So tell me how this works, because you're saying, I heard voice clips and I've seen videos with you saying that when you do your trade, you retain 30% and then you give out 70% to the persons. As a single person, what I would call a sole trader then, so to speak, because you alone do your thing. How you so generous for pay out 70% and some of the biggest trading firms in the world pay out a max of 10 to 12%. How you so generous? How you do your thing for so generous? So, hold on. And secondly, you said you pay out break even. What is really break even? Explain to us what is break even, because from what I gather, what you call break even is not break even. And anybody in the accounts world can tell you that that is rubbish. Anyways, let me hear from you now.
All right. So I've used prop firms before where when you're ready to get your payout, they pay you out 90%. or 85%, and then you get 20 to 30%. Where they take 20 to 30% out of the amount that you've made on the account. That's from a prop firm, right? So I was doing mine and I didn't get to that part yet, right? Because what I was doing before I started everything, before it went viral, I did explain to everybody. I said, listen, I'm not trading normal forex pairs. I'm trading high volatility pairs, which is VIX, right? And not everybody can trade VIX. It only takes certain amount of persons to trade VIX on its own because it's very volatile. So I did explain all of the risk and everything to everybody before they send me their funds, right? And it was also in the contract at the time. Now, I explained it to them. I said to everybody, what's going to happen is that once you send the funds, by the time you get your first money back, is going to be your break even, which means that the original money that you send me is going to be in the account, and then the money that I've made on top, which is the interest, you would get it back as a break even. That means you haven't lost any money, right? And you haven't lost and you haven't gained, basically. So I made it put it on the you haven't lost side, because you basically get back what you put in. So just in case of anything and the market I was to lose everything, then those persons would have already got back their $1,000. So that's what I meant by break even. I think some people mistakenly put it their way.
No, the correct term for that would not be break even. That is 100% return on your money.
Okay. But bear in mind,
as an accounts person, as a numbers person, I think that you would know that.
Pardon?
As an accounts person, as a numbers person, I think you would know the proper terminology to use. That cannot be break even. That's 100% return on your money. Because the person's money would have still been there, and then they would have gotten $1,000. That's 100% return right there.
Okay.
And from all the records that you sent to me, I've not seen anybody gotten a payout, so to speak. What I've seen is persons basically getting back their money. Because you said that persons can make up to $8,000 from their $1,000 and a ridiculous $1 million from their is it $500 or $5,000 for the year? What, 500 or 5,000?
Pardon?
Is it 500 or 5,000?
Okay. All right. So it would have been from the 500, but I did not say. I didn't say $1 million.
You said up
because
to.
The 500 was yes. So
but that is ridiculous.
When I did talk about these terms, what I was doing, I was not taking the numbers from my head. I was looking at a compound sheet, right? So when I was explaining the compound sheet to persons, they were running with it to say, "Oh, I said they're gonna make $8,000 on top of their $1,000." I didn't say that. I said you can make up to that amount. The reason why I use up to is because there's wins and there's losses in between on the compound sheet. So when I was doing it and I was showing the example, I was using a compound sheet. I wasn't taking it off the top of my head. So I did not say to any single soul that you're gonna make $8,000.
You said up to $8,000.
If I go into the market, I can make $8,000 in a couple of days or in a month, right? I can, but I don't want to put that into anybody to let you think that I would sit down and make $8,000 on their money within a month. You understand? So when I was talking about the figures, I was reading it off of a compound sheet, not off of my head.
Have you ever gone to college for this thing that you're doing? Or you were just self-taught?
No, I used to be in a company called I Am Academy for trading.
So you have tertiary level education in this thing that you're speaking of, right?
in trading, but account management this is my second time around doing account management. So I did it for Forex before and it went fine, but that was with a small group and I did it and this is my second time doing it, but not on this big scale. Now, where I did put up my hand from day one and said, listen, this is where I went wrong. I got too much persons in. So when I was meant to stop, I didn't stop. And then this is where now some of the influencers kept promoting it and then more people keep reaching out. But it was up to me to say, okay, listen, I'm not taking on any more persons. So I hold up my hand on that side to say, okay, I had too much persons in.
Well, I'm going to say the unpopular thing. And I'm pretty sure many persons are sitting down waiting for me to say it. So, what I'm seeing here is a typical blueprint that has been used right across this trading scheme for years by many big corporations. And this is just my personal view. Maybe I'm wrong. You just mimicked what they have been doing. Persons like Cash Plus, where rob whole heap of people at Jamaica. A whole lot of people get back a money still, but I'm going to get to that. Persons like Novatech, who are run from the US authorities right now. So what they did is get thousands of people come in and gather all those persons' money, use it and pay back out some people, and then use them people for promote it for getting back more money. So it's basically you are rob me if you pay she, and then you rob she if you pay me, so to speak. So to me, what I'm seeing here is that you copied basically that and did a pretty good job because you fooled quite a few, I must say. That is how I see it. Maybe I'm wrong, but that is how it come off to me, because you don't seem to be a person who is really savvy in the field that you're in. You use some terminologies that it's not an account terminology. And if you're a numbers person in that type of field, you're supposed to know at least the correct terminologies to use. So basically, to me, you just rob Peter for PayPal. And the cycle continues. Because many persons get payout. Hold on. Many persons get payout, yes. But you would have to do that for the scheme to work. And as I said, I've yet to see, I went through the entire sheets that you sent me, and I've not seen one person that has gotten at least double their money. What I've seen there is people getting back an equivalent to $1,000 or less. I've yet to see not one person on the sheet I've seen gotten over that. I've seen persons gotten an equivalent to $1,000 or less. That's it. So that simply means that nobody has gotten more than their quote unquote, what you call it, break even. So to me, that is just you refunding them and not necessarily giving them any profits on their monies, so to speak. So another question.
Yes.
How many persons did you have in your thing?
All right. So
how many clients?
500.
500
my
clients.
admin is currently, sorry?
500 clients? That's what you said?
No, less than 500.
Yeah, what's the figure? What's the figure?
Pardon?
You're the boss. What's the figure?
All right. So at the moment, because persons have got back some of their money already, the admin will give me an actual figure.
So you don't know?
Because she's in the UK, so she hasn't done all of that yet. But from top of my head, is less than 500. So it's not the 500 where persons are coming and saying, oh, I have 500-600 persons in a group. No, right? Because I had persons in there that were trading their own money. So I had everybody in one Discord group. So at the moment, I have 156 persons in the 500, right? And then for the 1,000, is less than 300.
So you don't have an exact figure. You don't know the exact figure, and you're the boss. That's crazy.
Not at the moment. Like I said, because we've paid our persons already, we're excluding them out of it.
Okay, so persons who you have refunded, not paid out. So persons who you have refunded, not paid out. Because giving a person a refund back for their money is different from a payout. A payout meaning that you still have money for them a trade. A refund is that you give them back the money and you're done. So which is it?
Yes.
A payout or a refund?
So both, because the sheet I sent you, there were persons in there from June, July, August that started off with a low amount and they got more than what they put in. So those who were in from the 200, they got more than just the 200 that they put in.
Of course, those persons would definitely stay because them don't have anything to lose anymore because them already get back their money and get back one little something for them something. So them not have nothing to lose.
Yes.
So you have pretty near or a little bit over, a little bit under 300 persons who would like to get back their money, right?
Yes, that's correct.
So how you gonna go about paying them people their money then?
Alright. So as it stands, right, the account, the NCB account is frozen. Right? They said to me I should come in with my proof of business certificate, which I did go in with. They said it might take up to 90 business days. So the last time I spoke to them, they said I should come in with my TRN and my passport, which I did, and they said they will contact me on my mobile when they are through with the investigation. Otherwise from that, they haven't said anything else to me. So for those persons who are still wondering, yes, the funds are still in my account.
So
now, until then,
it was never...
Sorry?
So the funds was never transferred to a business account. It is still in your personal account.
It's still in my personal account because I didn't get the chance. Well, it's not that I didn't get the chance. The person that I had on the business certificate, which was the secretary, he was no longer in the picture, so I had to take him off and add on somebody else. So the person from COJ was still dealing with that. And I still haven't got the paper yet to bring to the bank. So that's pretty much where it's at the moment. So I didn't get a chance round to open the business account at NCB. But what they did do is upper the limit on the NCB personal account.
Sounds like you have a serious problem ahead of you right there.
Pardon?
Have you been contacted by any local or international authorities?
No. Sorry, no.
So basically, in essence, those persons in an amount of like 300 as you stated, and plus the persons in the $500 one will not or cannot get their refunds until NCB free up your account, and if NCB never do that, they will never be paid.
Well, so I did do a live on TikTok a couple days ago to say that just in case the account is not retrievable, what I can do in the time being is trade on whatever I've left in the account and pay our persons one by one by depositing the money into a different account that I have different from NCB. That's the only option I have at the moment. So I still have funds that I can trade on, and I can withdraw 1,000 at a time because it's still a personal account. I can only do one at a time. I can't withdraw any mass amount of money one time.
I get to understand that you yourself was also a victim of a romance trade. I mean a romance scam, sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Okay. So, anything that you wish to say to the persons that you owe?
Pardon?
Anything that you wish to say to the persons that you owe?
All right. The only thing I can say is give me some time until I get this sorted out for the account. Like I said, the bank informed me that it was somebody who reported the account or reported their funds, that they sent me funds and they haven't got back their money. So because of that, that's why the account is frozen at the moment. Moving forward, what I can do, because I'm going to be having a Zoom call with them on Friday, which is tomorrow Friday. So I will be updating everybody in that group tomorrow regarding moving forward. But like I said, I did talk about this on my TikTok live to say that what I can do for the time being is pay out one persons that's on the refund list, pay out one persons until this is sorted out. So that's the only thing I have to say.
Okay. Well, are you aware that the scheme that you are running is illegal?
Account management?
Not the account management, the quote-unquote account management, but how you do things, the way in which you did it or is doing it is and can be deemed illegal.
Alright. Because I know persons that do account management. The only thing is, because at the time I was not out here to structure it properly, as in to get the business. Because if I had a business account from day one, none of this wouldn't happen.
My point exactly.
Unlimited. Pardon?
I said my point exactly.
Yes. So, like I said, account management, I don't think it's illegal. It's just the way how I started it from day one and how it got out of hand. You understand? Because, like I said to everybody, if I came here long before everything had happened and I'd sort out the business account, etc., then none of this wouldn't have been going on.
So that simply means
and
that...
That's why I came to Jamaica to get it sorted. But by the time I was meant to get it sorted, this particular person, which is Christoph, already had put that out on there. So when you put that out on TikTok, people thought that, okay, what is she doing illegal that we don't know about? But that's what triggered persons to ask back for their money. You understand? Because I was starting up the business account at that time. So when you put that out, that's when everybody starts asking back for their funds.
So basically there is no time factor then, so to speak, as it relates to the persons being refunded.
No, not at the moment. The reason being is because I don't know when exactly the bank is going to get back to me. Regarding me trading, I can trade and withdraw one by one, and that's going to be per week. So what I can do for now is trade on the funds, the remaining funds that I have left, right, and then refund as I go along. Because even with the other account I have, I still can't trade a mass amount and then withdraw a big amount into that account, because the same thing might happen to me like what happened over NCB or similar.
Alright, so another question, and this is also another burning issue that many persons have faced. In regards to if a person reach out to you for their money, angrily so, and probably them throw in a few shades because, them vex over their money. Yeah, fine. But your responses was not too favorable either. What's with the disrespect when time people ask for their money?
Pardon?
What's with the disrespect coming from you when persons ask you for their funds?
Alright. So the disrespect started from when the person first disrespected me. All right. So I understand where the person is coming from, but remember, I know everybody is upset about getting back their funds, etc. But when they approach me in a disrespectful manner, then that's what that's where the outburst came from.
But that's not professional, though.
Apparently, the person just show you my answer. They didn't show you the whole text.
They showed me the whole text.
Okay.
And I saw where, yes, but as a business professional, you can't behave so, especially when you're in the wrong. How did you feel in yourself when you were romance scam? Did you feel pleased about it?
I didn't feel good about it, no.
My point exactly, and that is how the persons are feeling right now. They feel scammed, which they were. However you want to put it, however which name you want to attribute to it, it is what it is. It was flat out a Ponzi scheme. Straight. And you can't deny that. And if you wish to deny it, I would really love to give you the platform to deny it. Tell Jamaica that it was not.
Like I said before, it was not because I didn't set up what I needed to set up from day one.
Then that simply make it one. The fact that you didn't do all of that, it makes it exactly that.
Pardon?
The fact that you didn't do all of that makes it exactly that.
Okay. So trading on a whole is a Ponzi scheme then?
No. How you did it was.
Because, okay.
How you conducted yours was. Trading by itself standalone is not. No. People trade every day, man. Legally. But you did not do it legally. How you did yours, make it into a Ponzi scheme, a scam.
Okay. But I've not gone anywhere. I'm still here. People can still reach out to me. So if it was a scam where I took people money and run away, then yes, it would have been a scam. Because nobody wouldn't get to me, not at all. So it's not like I'm hiding.
It's not like you cannot. It's not like you can hide either.
Okay.
So to me, you're just trying your utmost best for walk the straight and narrow. Hoping that when you come back to Jamaica and go to NCB or police, now they to put a bangle on your hand. So you try to pay out as much people, to try to make sure so nobody not go report you and this and that and all these things. But persons have already made the report, so this can go sideways easy.
Okay. Like I said before anything, I did explain the risk to everybody. So if it was a case where I collected everybody money and put it into the market, which it wouldn't allow me to put so much money in during my way. So that's why I had to put it put it into small increments. So if it was a case where I did manage to put everything in, right, and everything was gone, who would have been blamed? Because at the end of the day, I would have still been blamed because they must say, okay, yeah, you say you're a trader, and then everything got to the market.
But your contract never really state nothing too serious in it as it relates to the risk of trading. The contract that I read.
As soon as everybody got the contract, whether they sign it before or after, it stated that if just in case the market is depleted or all the funds are gone, I am not to be blamed as the trader. So our risk was at the top of the...
Yes, but what you literally just stated is pretty much vague. That is not detailed at all. That is very vague. That's like you throw water out a door and expect say it a go drop in a cup. What you just say a while ago, that is very vague. That not really definitively a say nothing. That is just something open.
Okay. So
how comes you did not break it down so persons can understand?
Alright. So before persons had send their funds, because what I was doing, I was on live every day when I was doing all of this. So what I was doing, I was explaining to everybody what I'm trading, how the instrument move, and also what are the risks. Right? So I said to persons, okay, if they send me their funds and I put it into the market and the market and I end up winning a bad trade, right? And their funds is gone, then I would have reached out to that person and let them know that okay, you were in this batch of 30, I've lost 30,000 out of the market. Right? So I did explain all of this before anything. Before they even send their funds, I did explain all of this.
Okay.
For the rest of the person's money that I did not trade, that's what's in the account. Now, for those persons who said they send the money via Zelle and via other means, like I said, the plan was for me to put the money into the derivative account, but I could not put so much money in there at once. I had to do it bit by bit. So where I did it bit by bit, the remaining of funds was left back in the account until I had sorted out the business account, which did not get sorted out in the end because of who was on the secretary, right? So where the person said they send the money via Zelle, I had to then transfer the funds from out of the Zelle, out of the USA account into the Jamaica account, so I can have it at hand when I'm trading. I can easily access it because NCB was the easiest account for me to transfer the money to and from the derivative account.
Okay. Well, everybody,
Yes.
that is basically that where your money is concerned. And sad to say, don't look like you're gonna get back that money at any given time soon.
Bring back the car to the police station.
Hold on. Repeat that again.
Yeah.
Some of whose
All right.
funds? Hold on.
So
Let's
some of the
right.
funds,
Go on. I'm
you
listening.
hear? Pardon?
I'm listening. Go ahead.
Yes. So some of the funds was used to buy the car that Christoph Campbell is driving. Well, or is driving.
The Benz.
So I did. Pardon?
The Benz car.
Yes, the Benz.
Continue.
Yes. So I did put out a statement, right? To say that he needs to return it to the police station so I can have it sold back, so I could use that money to pay out who I can, or to refund who I can. So he hasn't done that yet. He was meant to going to the Mandeville police station for a statement over the past 2 weeks, and he's refusing to give them a statement. So that's pretty much where that case is at the moment.
So whose name is the car in?
So it's in his name, but I was the one who purchased it.
So another question. You said that some of the funds was used to buy the car. What funds are you making reference to? The people's money?
Pardon?
The people's money?
Yeah.
Are you serious? So you use funds that was sent to you to trade to buy a Benz for your boyfriend?
To be honest, all right. So the car was not for his purpose; it was for my purpose.
But why would you use the person's monies that they entrusted in you to buy yourself a car? What about your money?
All right. So the account is basically my money, and everything was in there. So everything I traded personally for myself before was in that account. But yeah, some of it was taken off of that.
That's crazy. So you literally have no claims over that car because the car is not even in your name. Your name is not on any paperwork where that car is concerned. So you have no
All right. So at the
legitimate
moment,
claims over the car.
all right.
None.
So at the moment, it's that disputed property, and there's lawyers involved. So I'm not gonna get too much into it at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you see all the more reasons why people are saying that it is a scam. This literally just put the icing on the cake. Because who does that? Your money mix up with business money, mix up with boyfriend money, everything just mix up. There's no structure. There is no business, no nothing. It's just you just doing your thing, basically. I don't know how you're going to work out this one, but it not really look so bossy from your end. It not look good none at all. And if you're not careful and act swiftly in refunding these people their money, I can tell you, you're going to find yourself in some serious hot water. And the local authorities is not who you're to worry about. The international partners run them joke there, especially if any one of the persons who made a report is a citizen of that country. So don't think by a long shot that because you're no longer in Jamaica, you're living in the UK. Those arms can reach across international waters easy. So I think that in your best interest to act and move swiftly in repaying these persons, whether it by using your personal money, trying to fast track what NCB is doing something, but if you wish to stay out of jail, I would advise you that you do that. And I'm not just saying that. I'm not just saying that because my mouth can't say it. I say it because I know a little bit more what is going on under the surface, I think, so to speak, than you are privy to.
Okay.
So if you want to continue to be a free person, act swiftly and repay these persons. And quite frankly, you have some really good people, you know, because persons are willing get back their money and just walk away.
Yeah, which is what I'm working on, because I have persons in the group that are patient or have been patient with me. So those persons, I can count them on my hands. Because this been going on for some time on social media itself, on TikTok itself, right? And like I said, I can't move quicker than how the bank is moving, because if they said to me, okay, it's going to take up to 90 days, the only thing I can do is sit and wait for them to get back to me. You understand? Because I've called, I've texted, I've do whatever I needed to do. They said to me, okay, it doesn't make any sense I call them because it's not going to speed up the process any quicker. You understand? The only thing I can do from my side, like I said, is to trade on what I have and then refund persons one by one when I do make the withdrawal from the trading. That's the only thing I am doing at the moment.
When will the 90 days come to an end from the bank?
Pardon?
When will the 90 days expire from the bank?
Alright, so the account was blocked on believe it was on the 2nd.
The 2nd of when?
I'll have to double check, but on the 2nd of November.
The 2nd of November. Oh, so it basically just happened.
Yeah, it's just basically happened.
So we are looking at about 2025, March early. Somewhere there.
Yeah, roughly about that. Well, the lady did say to me that it might be sooner, or it can take up to the 90 days. So that's what I was told. I don't know if it's gonna be quicker than that, but that's what I was told.
Well, for your sake, I hope it is.
Yeah.
And thank you for joining us and clearing the air, setting the record straight.
Thank you.